What is going on, my friends? My name is Miko. Welcome to another edition of Peak Speak. In this episode, we are going to introduce a new series called Kill the Bill. In this series, we will go over a plethora of different bills at the state level, the federal level, and whatever bill you would want me to cover and go over that is relevant to your state. I have no problem going over bills that have some type of controversy in them, and just to get it out into the open and into the public so people can take notice as well, and overall we could kill the bill and get it out of the House, get it out of the Senate. And in this edition, we are going to go over Senate Bill 63 of Ohio. Now, Senate Bill 63 of Ohio is a bill that is designed to eliminate and provide ramifications for a locality that uses ranked choice voting. Now, I believe ranked choice voting is a good thing. It has been banned in 11 states, and I'm sure they have really good reasoning, but ranked choice voting isn't a predominant way to hold an election, so therefore you're going to have issues if you roll it out way too early. Now, my first issue with this bill is that it is grouped in with a rider, which is basically another topic within the bill that has absolutely nothing to do with the original topic that was introduced, essentially called log rolling. And I just feel like they're trying to suppress progressive elections and ideologies for the simple fact they're being ignorant. They don't want to look into it, how they can make it better, because I'm telling you, it is better to have a list of candidates that actually have a shot than the two same people we see year after year after year. I'm telling you right now, in the grand scheme of things, ranked choice voting is a good thing. It is a progressive thing that, if worked on collectively, could actually be beneficial. And another issue I have is the fact that it is bipartisan, which typically wouldn't be a problem. You want everybody to be bipartisan. You want a party to sometimes agree with the other party at the very least. But I just find it weird they have two different topics nested inside the bill, and then you got a Democrat that sponsors it and a Republican that sponsors it. Like, I wonder who supports each argument. Now, I'm not entirely sure why they introduced the bill that way. I just feel like Democrats and Republicans, just the way things have been over the last, really since 2016, things really started getting extra sketchy. I just feel like Democrats and Republicans are afraid to lose their seat. They're afraid to lose their job. They're afraid to lose the public office to a candidate that the people actually want. And ranked choice voting gives those candidates a way better pathway to get there than what we currently have. I was reading a little bit into the testimony of the supporters of this bill, and not only did they list that 11 states have banned ranked choice voting, but they also claimed that there are instances where ballots get tossed out. Now, with the way ranked choice voting is established, you're gonna have that. But let me give you a comparison here. Okay? All right, so we had Kamala Harris and we had Donald Trump, right? That's who most people voted for. And if not, you were part of the 2% that voted third party. Now, that 2% is pretty damn low, right? So your votes were essentially tossed out anyway. And that 2% translate to over 3 million voters. So you're throwing out 3 million votes, really. Those candidates had no shot to begin with. So that is just a terrible comparison in my eyes. You're throwing away millions upon millions of votes every single presidential election. Come on. I just feel like it sets a bad precedent, and I want a better explanation than it will confuse voters, because if I'm remembering correctly, Ohio unshamefully admitted that they used a whole strategy to confuse voters. Ohio, you are hypocrites. All right, so let's get into the eggs and pancakes here. This is where the bill starts. All the words up here are just words that they used in the text of the bill. They're just kind of explaining what it is. Actually, let's go ahead and ranked choice voting and instant runoff voting mean a method of nominating or electing one or more candidates to an office as follows. Voters rank candidates on the ballot in order of preference. Tabulation proceeds in rounds such that each round one or more candidates are nominated or elected, or a last place candidate is defeated. Votes are transferred from nominated, elected, or defeated candidates to the voters' next ranked candidate or candidates in order of preference. So we get into the bill here, except as otherwise permitted under Article 10 or Article 18, Ohio Constitution, no election shall be conducted in this state using ranked choice voting or instant runoff voting. Now here is where the ramifications come into place if the Secretary of State determines that a county or municipal corporation has, by resolution or ordinance, approved the use of ranked choice voting or instant runoff voting in an election, then the county or municipal corporation is ineligible to receive any local fund distribution. Now, if we scroll down a bit, that's it. That's the bill. That is the issue of ranked choice voting in this bill. So now we scroll down more, and then gives us more wordage that they use, more wordage. And then we get here, and this is where the second issue of the bill starts. And annually on or before the 31st day of July, any local authority that directly or indirectly collected traffic camera fines during the preceding fiscal year shall follow a report. It is basically an LGF, a local government fund distribution, in the form of local enforcement. Now, looking at it a little more, I guess the only relation to the other issue is the fact that they just list local government funding. And the only reason why they list local government funding in the ranked choice voting bill is because they want to remove funding, which has nothing to do with the second issue of this bill. I just find it ridiculous. And another ridiculous thing I find is, do you see how long this issue is? It starts here. Look how long this issue is compared to the ranked choice voting one. Which one do you think they actually care about? And if you don't care about ranked choice voting that much, then how about you get together and figure out a way to make it better? Don't be so ignorant to just flat out remove it. All right, so there's the finer details of the bill. As you can see, it just doesn't make any sense to me. If there's anybody out there that can enlighten me on the reasoning behind any of this, please drop your line in the comments. And also, if you're interested in me going over any other type of bill, or if you have any problems with a bill that you have seen, please contact me. We'll talk it out and we will go over it on a video or a stream or whatever we deem fit. And we'll get to the bottom of the controversy and we will kill the bill if we have to. But with that being said, I firmly believe Ohio Senate Bill 63 should be torn. We should kill the bill. I just don't find it to be a logical bill whatsoever. So if you happen to feel the same way, maybe get a hold of your local representatives and see if they can be your voice, because they're not going to listen to us unless you get other people on board that are directly involved. So with all the yapping, I will let you guys go about your day. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and definitely let me know what kind of content you would like to see. I am not restricted to any content. It's been political stuff lately just because I feel like people need to be more informed politically, but I will cover anything. But I'm sure I have assaulted your ears long enough. I will talk at you in the next one.